Defence lawyers in the manslaughter trial for Michael Jackson's former doctor have been casting doubt on the tactics used by the investigator for the LA Coroner's Office. Sky News reporter Greg Milam has been following the trial from outside the courtroom.
It wasn't by far the most confrontational exchanges at any point in the 8 days of this trial so far. Ed Chernoff, Dr Murray's lawyer, questioning Alyssa Fleek, who works for the coroner's office and told the court yesterday what she'd recovered from Michael Jackson's bedroom and from a cupboard in the room next door, including the drug propofol. Now then, she said, she'd recovered a bottle of propofol from inside an IV bag, which is critical to the prosecution case, how that drug got into Michael Jackson's system. Well, she was cross-examined about that today by Mr Chernoff and had to admit that some mistakes were made in her work at the scene.
Can you show us where you said that you found a propofol bottle in an IV bag?
No, I didn't write that it was inside the bag, inside the cut saline bag.
Investigator's narrative?
No.
Who asked you to prepare to revise your original notes to reflect that?
Objection. Argumentative misstates the testimony.
Why did you revise the notes a week before the last trial setting?
Objection. Use of revised.
The objection is sustained.
You got a sense there is some of the heated atmosphere in the court during those exchanges, and they went on to talk about the fact that Miss Fleek had left a thumbprint on a syringe, that she'd moved some evidence as well, and she was also asked about whether the scene, after she conducted her search there, had been sealed to prevent other people from going inside.
One of the things that you saw on the 25th was this IV bag.
Correct.
And it was hanging from an IV stand,
Yes.
right? And there was tubing attached to that.
Yes.
And there was a syringe.
Yes.
On the 25th, that was part of evidence or items that you saw at the scene that you never collected.
Correct.
Would you consider that a mistake, Miss Fleek, on your part?
I described something in detail later on. I didn't include it in the general initial narrative. Is it a mistake? I could have described it more in detail.
Now, Ms Fleek admitted that this investigation wasn't perfect. No investigation is perfect, she said, and she would have done things differently. That was before she left the stand. Just before they broke, we started to hear from Dan Anderson, a toxicologist, and the court was shown on the screen the result of his investigation of Michael Jackson's blood, which showed that propofol was in the singer's system when he died.